No, you're good. Oh, I need to make sure. I know I have you as a mod. I need to remember to make sure that you're an editor. I think editor is who controls streams, like raids and stuff. Kamikaze chicken. It is pretty nice. I'm just glad this one has a sit down. Yeah, I thought I gave you both, Taryn. That's my bad. I should have. I always forget. Like, for me, they're this, like, Twitch, like. Can I just do that? Or I just use /editor? I can't do that by. I'll do it in the afternoon when I get there. Oh shit. Big raid. What's up, Katie and Eric? Thank you for coming in. Dang, what do I have? Fuji? That sounds cool. Either is fine, huh? Two people want to see me suffer, huh? I've never done it, but apparently the strat is to put it inside of the biscuit. So freaking hot. Alright, finish this, go to the bathroom, get some water, get out of here. Yeah, you guys, if you're part of the Martian crew, you should definitely go check out Katie and Eric. They do, I've usually caught when it's just Eric, but sometimes they stream together, but he'll scooter around Tokyo, walk around Tokyo, check some stuff out. Apparently he was in Fuji. I haven't checked, like I've been quite busy, so I haven't gotten to check many streams recently, but definitely worth checking out. I recommend. I think I got about 2 hours, 45 minutes left. So we're going to get water in about an hour. I think the 2 liters only gonna last about an hour. This is pretty gnarly. Let's go to the bathroom, get some water, get out of here. Yes, I always. Yes, he's a photographer. I always forget that. Because I've mainly seen him do IRL type stuff, but I always I think it's in his bio. I think it's in his bio that says I like to take cool shots or something, or I go looking for. You know, it's funny. He and I haven't actually met yet. I imagine when I get back to Tokyo, I will reach out and try to arrange something. But let's take a salt tablet. Okay. 2.9, 3.4. Should be good. Feeling a lot better. Got a little food in. The dang, what a car is that? It's a Pyogo. A Pidgeot. What's a French cart? Yeah. I'm always surprised to see it over here, though. Citron. You'll see a fair amount of them. They're not like of the imports. But you'll see them often enough. Like I'll see in Tokyo, I'll see a couple a day. Out here, that's the first one I've seen in a while. Welcome in, Citron. Thanks for coming in. I had to catch them all. So over here, it says P30 Dai. Dai means parking spots. It's actually a lot of parking spots. Wow, it really opens up. Hey, we don't see those a lot here in the States. Very practical. Yeah. Also cost. Like, that's one thing that always blew my mind. I drove a used, my first car, which I overpaid for, but whatever. I had saved up money by the time I was 16, working odd jobs from 12 years old to 16. I bought a 1998 Buick Park Avenue for $2,000. And drove like a boat. It was very long. The hood is very long on that car. So it took time getting used to. But the reason I ended up liking it, I replaced the radio. I took out the old radio. I inserted a CD MP3 player. But it had red leather interior, which made me feel so cool. And I drove that until college. And then when I was in college, I had to sell my uncle my car because he got into some stuff. So then I got to use the family van. And then I had a motorcycle. So in the summer, spring, summers, early falls, I would ride my bike around. And then when I needed 4 wheels, I would use the van. But a lot of my friends were getting car loans for like brand new Camaros, brand new, like one person got a brand new like SUV, like $40,000 SUV. I thought, why on earth do you need a $40,000 car? Like, yeah, parents probably definitely co-signed, but you don't need that, you know? What van was it? 2005 Dodge Caravan. And then my motorcycle was a 2006 Yamaha V-Star Classic 650. Which 650 is just big enough to like, I could take on some state highways. I did not feel comfortable taking it on I-40. Because it didn't have that 60, it only had 5 gears. So it didn't have the jump. Because especially on the highway, sometimes you need the zip to get past somebody, you know? And the bike couldn't do that. It just wasn't, it was a great cruiser for around town and, you know, small city to small city, but I think if I were to buy a bike over here, I would need at least 1,000 cc. Because I would want like a touring bike probably. But that's, I mean, that's future world. That's, there's definitely different joint movie co-productions. Maybe there's good, well, there used to be, but after Carlos Ghosn did Carlos Ghosn things, I think it's a bit tough. Renault still has relationships with Mitsubishi, and Nissan, but it's but recently a lot of the automobile part places in Japan have gotten under scrutiny. Even Toyota has been falsifying data in certain practices. So maybe not Toyota directly, but it's one of the Toyota subsidiaries have been Razor 600, nice. XV 535. Oh, cool car. I liked it a lot, Snow Evergreens. I was really sad I had to sell it. My uncle did a silly thing, and needed a vehicle. I didn't really like my uncle at the time. Still don't. But mom, so my mom is obviously my uncle's sister. They're related. She said, come on. She said, you can use the family van. You know, just you fill it up with gas and pay a few bucks for the insurance or whatever. And then you can sell your car to Uncle B. I was like, I really don't want to. I kind of like my car. You know, I installed the stereo. Red leather seats. She's like, no, she pretty much, she didn't force me to, but it would have been a much bigger thing if I said no. Well, if you can't do what I ask, if you can't help me out, because, yeah, it would have been a whole thing. And so I took the path of least resistance. I don't do that anymore. The path of least resistance. I mean, I do in some cases, but if I don't feel comfortable, I will say it. But some lore to why Sensei moved to Japan? No. Isabella, thank you for coming in. I'm in the I think if I take rest days, I'm gonna finally drop. Like, I have a lot of footage shot from the beginning of this trip, but I'm also gonna reshoot the lore video I shot a while ago, but I'm gonna shoot 2 videos. One, coming to Japan video, and then 2, why I'm doing this trip video. And I can pretty much knock those out. I've been like mentally scripting out what I want to say, how I want to say it, so I should be able to knock those out in a day or 2. Also, make sure that the Timo-san thing is good. She's in Fukuoka right now. She's streaming with some big time streamers. Definitely go check her out. I think she's hanging out with Zumi, Crazy Japanese. Who's the other one? I don't watch, Runachu? The only one I've ever caught any of is Zumi, because she streams at nighttime, and that's usually when I'm watching streams. The only morning time stream I watch is Dave, because that's it. I mean, there's a lot of Japanese-based streamers that aren't up at 9 in the morning, 8 in the morning. Which is why I think if I ever went full-time and started streaming like 6 a.m. to noon every day, that would be pretty nice. But Rob CD. Rob's cool. I met him one time at his little, he had a little shindig thing. He seemed pretty cool. I watched his cyclothon last year, but this year when I saw the numbers, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about subathon, donathon style things. I think if you're doing it for charity, that's a great idea. If you're doing it for your pocket, I don't like that as much. I want to watch people do things that they want to do. Same thing, I don't like the whole donate $25, eat a spicy bowl of ramen type of stuff. Just seems I don't know. Not my style. So, the Angel of Shibuya. Well, the funny thing is almost everyone has stories like that. His just happened to be caught on camera. But he's a solid dude. I mean, like, he's a nice guy. He doesn't really, I mean, the problem with all the big streamers is they only, like, you have to be in that solar system, and anyone less than probably 500 views is not in the solar system. Or unless you're on the A track, like, you know, when Pete was still in the few hundreds, he could get onto the Rob thing because he had connections with, or not connection, he was friends with other people. Like, networking like that is also important, but some of the big people don't, they don't look down from their stoop, which is fine. They're not into, ooh, what's the saying? Holy crap, scared me. Ring the bell, dog. Rude not to ring the bell. Yeah, I know, right? They got like. But Isabel, I think it's like disingenuous. No, it's not. Oh, the $25 for yeah. Well, and that's the same thing for. Like, that's why I like watching Hitch, because Hitch does these or like oh gosh, what's her name? Sarah Bridgewater. Because they're gonna go do these things. Your donations and your stuff go to, like, she wants to bicycle, she wants to do this trip, he wants to hitchhike, he wants to talk to people. So your donations go to people doing things they want to do. Versus it's like, oh, subathon's done, all right, going back home. Like, I ran out of money, all right, I'm stopping here in Toyama, back to Tokyo. Like, no, my goal is to walk top to bottom. I'm struggling with an injury right now, but I have to think about that. You know, is it worth just taking a week off of walking, just hanging out in the city? Is it, you know, if I go to a doctor and he says you got to stop walking for a couple months, is it go to Tokyo and then come back in a couple months and go from Toyama to Hokkaido? I mean, I don't know. I want to do it in one shot. I think that's kind of what makes it so good. It's why when I read the book that I read, that's why it interested me. Something that's a long-term, consistent thing. And you get to see all sorts of Japan. You get to see little things that no one gets to experience unless you're there at that time, on that day. So it's like doing it because you want to and happening to get paid for it. Yes. Doing it because you get paid for it. Yes. Get that man a bear bell.